It's so delicious. Definitely one of my favorite things from 7-Eleven here so far. Oh, the creaminess you get as soon as you taste that. And it looks just like a Dorito. I don't know the difference from a pig ear to another part of the pig body that's ground up like this, but these things, I don't ever really drink these because they're really not that great. That looks pretty damn good. It doesn't look exactly like the package. They definitely did some editing. Diced ham, I just opened it up. Chewy. Well, have a look at the sky right here. As you can tell, it is super cloudy, super gloomy, super gray. And yeah, this is what it's like here in the Philippines in Manila during the beginning of rainy season. You know, right now it is the first week of June and the day ends up like this at some part of the day. I will say earlier today in the afternoon, early afternoon, it was much sunnier with some clouds and blue skies, but then the rain kind of rolled in. And I want to say what I've noticed over the last couple days is that usually into the evening time is when the rain is coming. I don't know if that's the typical thing here in the rainy season, but that's what I've noticed over the past couple days. And I actually haven't really filmed anything in the past couple days because I've been doing a lot of editing and yeah, haven't really felt like picking up the camera. And then there was one time actually where I thought about it, but then it started raining, so I said forget about it. But anyways, I want to show you guys some of the things from 7-Eleven here. When it's gloomy and rainy like this and I really don't feel like doing anything, I kind of just hop down to the 7-Eleven that's down the street and I grab a couple things. And so the interesting thing here in the Philippines is they serve you your 7-Eleven stuff in a biodegradable brown paper bag, which is super, super nice. And you can see here in Manila that the country as a whole is actually taking steps to work towards a cleaner environment and to stop the spread of pollution, or at least to decrease the amount of pollution that is being produced here in the Philippines, right? And unlike some 7-Elevens around the world, they're still using plastic bags. So I like the idea of the brown paper bag that they're doing here, which is nice. But yeah, I got a couple things. I want to show you them. Just gonna go down one floor where there is a better seating area where I can sit down and show you some of this stuff, because the 7-Eleven food here in the Philippines is interesting, it's tasty, and it's very different from other countries around here, like for instance Thailand, where I was just recently, or even Malaysia. So let's try some of this food. So one of the problems is that it just rained recently, like I don't know, 30 minutes ago, so everything's still kind of wet. These benches that I'm sitting on here at the rooftop, they're a little bit wet, a little bit waterlogged, so I'm trying not to get too wet. I'm trying to sit on it strategically. But anyways, speaking of wet, this is what happens with the brown paper bags that people probably don't like. If you buy something cold, like a soda, a beer, whatever, it just doesn't hold up. So then, you know, it's just breaking through. So it's better for dry products, of course. Well, first up, I got a Coke Zero, because why not? Coke Zero is nice to have once in a while, and I always get the minis because it's like the perfect serving amount, so you don't have to have too much. Now I don't quite remember how much each of these things were because the lady never gave me a receipt, even though I'm pretty sure if they don't give you a receipt, technically everything you order is supposed to be free. But it is what it is, and here's a Coke Zero. Always tastes so good. It tastes no different than any other Coke Zero. Okay, so basically the first thing I got is this toasted sandwich, or toasties as some people know them. Like in Thailand, they have very good toasty sandwiches or toasted sandwiches that you put into the panini maker, and they cook really quick and it's a good snack, right? But they have these here in the Philippines, in Manila, and they have different kinds. I've seen ham, I've seen tuna, I've seen like triple cheese. This one's a pepperoni one, which I like because there's some sort of meat in it, right? And pepperoni is actually a meat that I think is really delicious. And this right here I think is like 55 pesos, so it's like $1, and it's super, super good. So if they put it in the toaster for you, then it tastes even better. But if they just microwave it for you, then it's pretty horrible. But as you can see, that's what it looks like. It's not some basic plain sandwich bread. It is just some sort of, I don't know, I want to say it's like a sourdough, but maybe it's not. Does it say on here? So what we have here, okay. So this is a buttery and crisp Italian ciabatta, however you say that. It is a buttery and crisp Italian ciabatta bread, which is super, super good bread. There's imported cheddar and mozzarella cheese on it, and there's smoky and zesty pepperoni slices. Also with a little bit of Del Monte sweet style pizza sauce. Wow, let's jump right into it, right? Let's open it up so you can see. There's those pepperoni slices, a little bit of the cheese on there. I think there's actually 2 types of cheese. Is that what it said? Mozzarella and cheddar, right, okay. There's the cheddar slice and the mozzarella is shredded. But it's a little bit greasy, but it is super, super tasty. And that pizza sauce, wow, it's incredible. It tastes like a pizza. Super, super tasty. Literally reminds me of like pizza sticks that I used to have as a child in the school cafeteria in the elementary school. Wow. It's so delicious. Definitely one of my favorite things from 7-Eleven here so far. Now the interesting thing though is this pepperoni. I don't know if I've ever had this pepperoni before. It looks different. Tastes a little bit like bologna, not like actual pepperoni. But then again, bologna is a type of pork, so I don't know. But wow, I mean, that is just super, super tasty. Now, if I was a kid growing up in the Philippines and had some money to buy this, I would probably be eating this every day. Now, whether or not it's healthy, it probably doesn't matter. If you're a younger kid with lots of energy, high metabolism, you'll just burn this very quickly. But this says total amounts of calories in here is 309 calories. That's not bad. But 127 of them are from fat, so more than 1/3 of the calories are fat. And that's the pepperoni and the cheese. We're pretty impressed. I mean, there's 14 grams of protein in there. It's pretty good. So, so delicious. And now I won't lie to you guys, the only other toasted sandwich I had here in the Philippines so far, I had the ham one. It was nothing like this, not nearly as good. And that reminds me, because I've gone in there before and I don't see this one as much. Sometimes there's only one left or two, because I think this is one of the most favorited ones. I could eat 2 of those in one sitting easily. Okay, so the other thing I want to show you too is the steamed buns, or bun bao, or whatever people want to refer to them. They're called different things in different countries, right? But here they have them in the 7-Eleven, and they're super, super tasty. I've had them in Vietnam, I've had them in Malaysia, I've had it in Thailand. I just love them, they're delicious. But here they have a lot of different flavors. They do have the barbecue pork one, which they have I think in most countries, right? At least not Malaysia, because in Malaysia they don't sell pork. But here they have the barbecue pork. They have, what do they have? They have all sorts of ones. They have like pizza, they have like tuna, and other ones. But this one here is called, how do I say it? Bola or Bola. Bola, I think. But basically, I can show you what it is, but first let's just open it so you can get a look at it. Not the most pleasing rip, I guess, but yeah, there it is. That's what it looks like there. So you have some sort of like pork meat in here, and in the center there is an egg, and I believe it's like a hard-boiled egg or something like that, right? Let's do it like this. The best thing about it is they give you this sauce here. The sauce is called, I don't know how you pronounce it, Xiao Pao sauce by Del Monte, the company. And it's super good. I don't really know what exactly is in this sauce, but it has like a sweet taste to it. So you put a little bit on it like this. It comes out like really watery and brown, like syrup kind of. And that's what I can describe it as, but let's try it. Yeah, that is pork. I wasn't sure if it was pork or chicken because they might make them both. But that hard-boiled egg, which is really different. I feel like it's a Filipino-style hard-boiled egg. Maybe not balut, but as you can see, it's just very orange and yellow and like wet. It's super tasty though. Wow. Yeah. That yolk egg has so much just flavor and gritty texture to it. Super, super tasty. And whatever this stuff is, it just makes it taste even better. Not spicy at all, sweet. So also, I don't know, maybe there's like some sort of sausage in here. Chinese sausage. It looks like a Chinese sausage to me. Don't know. Kind of tastes like it, but a little bit different. But the thing I don't like, oh no, I dropped it. Got a little bit dirty. But the thing I don't like about these sometimes is the bread. The bun itself is sometimes too big for what's inside, so it's disproportionate, right? But actually here, they fill them a decent amount. I would say maybe the filling is like, I don't know, 40%, 50%. And then the bun is the big part, but I do enjoy it. It's very cheap. This is, I think, 50 or 55 pesos. Actually, this one might be 39 if I'm not mistaken. I totally forget, but let's eat some more of it. Sometimes they give you like 2 or 3 of these for one bun, and sometimes only one. Wow, it's so delicious. And the thing I love about them here is the 7-Elevens always stocked. They always have so many. It's like they're making them throughout the day, because I remember when I was in, or was it Thailand, I think. Sometimes I go to the 7-Eleven and they sell them, and they would be totally out. Really, really tasty. But I don't know, when it comes to the steamed bun, so far, in my opinion, I think the winner is probably Vietnam, because theirs are so big and so good. But also, I think the filling variation here in the Philippines is quite exotic and quite interesting. It's raining again. It's coming down pretty hard. I don't know if you can tell, but the sky is very, very nasty looking. Wow, are you guys seeing this right now? This lighting here? I don't know what's going on, but this looks so weird. The lighting in this apartment is absolutely trash. The place I'm staying here in Manila has the worst lighting. Let me show you. That up there, that's my light. That's one. And then the one way down there, you can see it. That's the other one. I only have 2 lights in this apartment, and it's terrible. I have an external light here, but it's so hard to use. Look, it's so bright. It's the brightest LED light I've ever seen. This is what it looks like. Like, look at that. That's so bright. I was gonna try to use it to light up the room, but every time I put it, it's just like too bright. I don't know, how's this? Maybe I can do it, because I want to show you some more food from 7-Eleven. I figured, why not just make this a 7-Eleven video in the Philippines, because it's still raining, and right now it's 9:30. It's just not stopping, so today's a very rainy day. Well, while I wait for my food to heat up, I want to show you this here. Check it out. Mug root beer. Now, mug root beer is like one of my all-time favorite root beers in the entire world. Mug, and the other one is Barks, if I'm not mistaken. But this one's so good, and also the reason why I like it is you can see right here, no caffeine. Because it's 9:30 at night, I don't need any caffeine right now, but this is so tasty. I can't wait to drink this. I haven't had it in so long. Last time I had it was actually like last summer or something, I think. Here we go. Oh, the creaminess you get as soon as you taste that. Wow. Yeah, if there's one soda that I would take for the rest of my life, it would be root beer. And any variation of root beer, really, except for the ones that are mixed with vanilla. It's kind of weird. They're just like the regular ones, but that is so good. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's dogs barking out the window right next to where I'm staying. I'd show you right now, but it's so dark. The guy owns like a breeding service or something. On top of his rooftop, I kid you not, he probably has 12 different crates, and they're all full of dogs. And when they hear one dog bark, they all just start barking, and it's so obnoxious. But anyways, it is what it is. The food is heating up in the microwave over here. I'll tell you what, guys, I was really hoping the rain would just let off and not happen again for the rest of the night so I can go out and skate, but it didn't. And I'm not kidding, because I did buy a new skateboard. You can see it here. Look at this. This has got to be like the coolest skateboard, right? Wait, am I holding it upside down? Yeah, there we go. Angry balut. And if you don't know balut, balut is the type of egg, like it's like, I don't know, steamed, hard-boiled, whatever you want to call it, but it is an egg that is like 17 or 18, maybe 20 days old, and they eat it here. It's a very popular street food. And yeah, the skateboard is called Angry Balut. I thought that was so cool. Just bought it the other day, and I was hoping to go skate today and meet some of the locals out there because there's a bunch of them around. And I told them, I said, hey, I'll come back, I'll skate with you guys. But Mother Nature won't let it happen right now. So anyways, we're here to have more 7-Eleven food. Now, they have a bunch of these here. This is what they look like. This one is Sisig, or Sisig. I don't know how you pronounce it really, but it is a popular dish here in the Philippines. It's extremely hot. I can't even touch it. Oh, but as you can see on the picture, it's a bed of rice and the meat there. And all I gotta do is open it without burning my hand. Here we go. So as I was saying, they have a bunch of them. They have one that's like ham and egg and cheese omelette. They have chicken, they have pork, they have something else. But this says that sisig is pork ear, texturized vegetable protein, onion, red chili pepper, iodized salt, monosodium glutamate. I'm pretty sure that I have had sisig before. Man, sisig. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. It sounds so weird. But I'm pretty sure I had it before on my first time to the Philippines. I had it as street food. But I do want to go to like a good restaurant here and have some. There's actually one right near me that sells it, and it looks absolutely phenomenal where you have it on like the sizzling plate. I got to do that one of these days. But yeah, let me show you here what this looks like. As you can see, look at that. It's running. Oh, it's steaming. You can see the chilies in there. I can see a little bit of, is that onion, I think? Or garlic? Wow. Oh, it smells so good though. It smells delicious. But I see many local people eating this from there. They just buy it, they heat it up there, they eat it outside of the 7-Eleven, or they take it home. And that's one of the things I like about the 7-Elevens here is you can eat at the 7-Eleven. They have tables outside of every 7-Eleven. They're like benches, and you can sit there and eat. And you see a lot of local people hanging out there, a lot of teenagers mainly, but very, very cool because there's not a lot of 7-Elevens in different countries where you can just take the food and eat outside on a table that's theirs, you know, like they have some dining area. Usually you just gotta stand on the street or something, right? But here it is. Oh, holy God, we gotta let this cool down. There's no way I'm eating this. It'll burn my mouth off. So while we wait for this to cool down, I also got some chips here. They have many versions of like corn chip Doritos or something like that, right? They do have Doritos here, but they're actually pretty expensive. But they have a bunch of these that look like Nacho Doritos type of thing. And I've been trying a bunch of different ones to see which one's the best. I don't remember if this one was the better one or not, but I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. And it smells really good, and it looks just like a Dorito. As you can see here, it looks just like a Nacho Dorito. It tastes like it, except you really do have more corn texture in it. I always like to see how countries can make something very similar to a food from the United States, for instance. It's a little bit hard. Doritos, they're really like fluffy kind of, and they break down very easily. These, it's a little bit different, but they're super good. And I believe it was like 31 pesos, so can't go wrong. Here is the sisig. How much is this? I have the receipt here, by the way. I can tell you guys. The sisig is, or sisig, or sisig. Where is it? Oh. Whoa. 37 pesos for this. Holy crap, that's pretty cheap actually. But yeah, as you can see, I have mixed it all together. It's cooled down just a tad bit, probably not enough, but we need to jump into it and see how it tastes. Look at it. It is steaming really good here. Wow, it looks so good. Okay. There's a lot of flavor in there. It's like gravy. It tastes a little bit like gravy. I don't know the difference from a pig ear to another part of the pig body that's ground up like this, but Man, it is tasty. I think you can actually taste the fat, or the, was it gelatinous, I guess? Or that it is gelatinous, or the gelatin. That's it. I don't even know how to describe this. I don't normally eat such stuff like this, but it is so delicious, and also has like a peppery taste to it. Not like that pepper that's in there, but like black pepper. Wow. It is really good. I'm really interested to see how it will be at a restaurant, right, where it's very, very fresh and very differently cooked. But I just love that all countries, like in Southeast Asia especially, have 7-Eleven and these fast food stores, or fast food stores, I should say, convenience stores. They offer very cheap meals for everybody. But let's do this. We'll put a chip on it. Wow, that's a pretty good mixture, actually. Don't know if I'm breaking any rules or not, but super. Oh, and by the way, this mug root beer is 42 pesos, so it's not even $1. Wow, that rain just would not stop last night. So as you can tell, it's the next day, it's the morning, there's better lighting coming in through the window. And to make this video worth it, I'm just gonna have more food from 7-Eleven. So what I got here is another steamed bun, because they have so many options. And I got a coffee to show you the coffee here at 7-Eleven. There's many different kinds, but to show you like a price range kind of, right? So I got a coffee here because the coffee situation in Manila isn't like it is in some other cities around Southeast Asia. Actually, coffee here in Manila is about the same price as it is in the US at some points, right? And sometimes it's a little expensive, sometimes you can find some cheap coffee, but the cheapest way to have coffee is to get it from 7-Eleven. Now this coffee here is called Bo's Coffee. Never really heard about it, but they have a couple different ones. They have the iced mocha, the iced mochaccino, and the iced latte. And, or no, not mochaccino, sorry, macchiato. And this here, I believe, was something like 74 pesos. Is that what it said? Let's double check here. I got the receipt. They gave me a receipt this time, which is nice. Yeah, this was 74 pesos, so it's not too bad. It's probably like, what, $1.50 or something. So let's just crack this baby open. And they do have coffee there that they make themselves. That is like on a, I don't know, what do you call it, like a fountain drink, right? So you can pour yourself it and choose the size of cup that you want. But the truth is, I had it the other day for the first time. I don't remember what the price was, but it was like they just dumped a whole bag of sugar into it. It was so hard to drink. Like every sip I was taking, I was literally just, like it was that bad. And usually I can put down a coffee if it's really bad just to have some caffeine. But this one, I couldn't even drink the whole thing. It was just terrible. Way too much sugar. And these shouldn't have as much sugar. So in this thing, there is 130 calories. So there is some sugar in here. In fact, there's 22 sugars, which is kind of a lot. But it's nice and cold. Let's crack it open. It's sugary. It's almost as sugary as that drink at 7-Eleven, but slightly less. These things, I don't ever really drink these because they're really not that great. I prefer them when I can't get coffee anywhere else, like if I'm going on a road trip or something and I need to bring some coffee in advance. Those are a good option. But as I'm saying, the coffee situation here in Manila just isn't what I expected. I've been to many coffee shops. I've been to Starbucks. I've been to Tim Hortons. I've been to a lot of the name brands already to check the prices. And majority of the prices are about 130 pesos or more, sometimes 150, 180, and so on. So you're talking about $3 to $4 for a cup of coffee, which is more than I thought it would be here in Manila. I know some of the places is like a business district and it's up and coming and sort of like that, but still at some of the malls it's just really pricey. And then also the coffee just, it's not that good of a taste. Like sometimes it's really watery, Sometimes the grounds are just like maybe burnt. I don't know what it is. I just don't think Manila has good coffee. Maybe there are some good coffee shops I need to go to. I just haven't been there yet. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to pay a premium price for it. But onto the breakfast here. So it's interesting. I should show you. They serve it in this, and actually it's self-serve here in the 7-Eleven, unlike some other places in the world. You just pick up one of these, you get the tongs, and you grab the bun that you want. And even this has the name Xiao Pao. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but that is the name of the sauce, like I was telling you. And they usually give you 2 or 3 of these per one, depending on who's working. Sometimes they give you 3, sometimes they give you 1. But this one's different. This is the barbecue chicken, I think. I don't know. Do I remember correctly? No. Yeah. Barbecue chicken asado. Barbecue chicken asado. Asado means like barbecue pretty much, I believe, or grilled. Now, they have 2 of them there. They have this one, and then they have the actual one. One is like the normal one. One is the budget one. This is like the budget one. It's on the cheaper end. It's maybe, I don't know, something like 14, 15 pesos cheaper. But let's just open this up. Let's see what it looks like here. Now, if you look at that, that looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. It's steaming, it's hot, it's fresh, and there's a lot of barbecue in there. But then again, not a whole lot of filling, and there is a lot of bread. We're gonna get our xiao pao, or however you say it, xiao pao, and we're gonna dip it on there, or drip it on there just like that. This one's super flavorful. Wow. Now, the reason it's budget is because I think the meat, the stuff inside is just like, I don't know. I perceive it as like jam. It doesn't look like much. As you can see, it's just like, I don't know, ground up, right? Usually the barbecue pork, it's like strands of chicken, right? But this is like really tiny pieces. It might be chicken from a can, I don't know. A basic breakfast, what can you do, you know? The thing I don't like about the 7-Eleven here sometimes, maybe it's just certain locations, but this happens all over the world. It's not just here, actually. Sometimes when you go to a 7-Eleven or you go to a convenience store, right, there is somebody outside. Maybe they're homeless, maybe they're poor, maybe they're in need of something, right? They always open the door for you, which is nice. You don't have to open the door, cool. But they're always expecting a tip. They're expecting you to give them some coins, right? And I understand, like, give them like 1 coin, which is 1 peso here. It's not much. It literally is nothing, right? But sometimes you just don't want to give the people the money because then you got to give it to them every time you see them or they expect you to, right? And so sometimes you can't avoid not having them open the door for you. And sometimes it's annoying to have these people outside of these convenience stores. And of course, it's not just here in the Philippines, it's not just here in Asia. It's everywhere in the world. It's in the United States as well. I've seen it. That's just one of the things that isn't so great. But a tip for you guys, if you do want to eat at 7-Eleven, or if you have eaten at 7-Eleven and you didn't know, they are super stocked always in the first part of the day. Near the end of the day, they run out so quick because everyone is going in there and buying stuff. Like I just went in there and all the coolers were completely filled with different stuff. And so the reason why you can serve yourself these buns is because if you look, they're color coded. This one's pink and green. So the cashier, the person working the register, will know which color is which bun, and that's why they allow you to serve them yourself, which is nice. And when you're in a foreign country and you're serving yourself, it's better sometimes because then you know you're probably going to get the one that you're looking for, because sometimes when you're trying to speak in in the foreign language, or you're speaking in English and they don't really understand you, they will end up serving you the wrong one once in a while, right? And that has happened to me before, especially when it's one you really don't like. Like, I remember I was in Malaysia and I went to the 7-Eleven to get one, and I asked for one, and they served me the one with custard, I think it was, and I was just so shocked because I was expecting something very salty. Well, I really hope the rain holds off today, but you never know with rainy season. As you can see here, it says rain, 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 rain every day. And right now it's not raining, but it says this afternoon to the evening it's more likely to rain. So you never know when it's rainy season. Well guys, it's the next day and you'll probably never guess. It's raining again. Rainy season, winds here in Manila. It's pretty much been raining all day today. It was storming so much earlier, and now it is about 9 o'clock at night and it's continuing to rain. So what is there better to do than go to 7-Eleven that's right next to me and get something to eat? So what I did is I went there to grab another meal to show you something else. Figured why not just keep eating 7-Eleven over the next few days, a little bit by a little bit by a little bit, and show you what they have. Now, the area that I'm in just isn't the best for eating, and you kind of have to go a little ways to find something really good to eat, except for a couple restaurants right next to me, but I don't want to go to the same places over and over again. So instead, I'm going to eat 7-Eleven again tonight just to show you, and then hopefully tomorrow it's a better day with less rain and can go out and explore more. But rainy season is killing me. Well guys, this is what I'm working with for lighting again. I actually got the external light here to help out with lighting, make it a lot better, because without it, it's insanely dark. And yeah, I just wish this rain would give it up. It's not stopping. But anyways, what I got here is one of the meals. It's Busag meal. That's the name brand of these type meals, and they have all sorts of different stuff. Last time you saw that I had the Sisig, right? This is called Giniling. Is that what it says? Giniling, yeah. So what's in here? Let's find out. In here we have ground pork, tomato paste, texturized vegetable, protein, carrots, potato, onion, bell pepper, tomato, ketchup, garlic, fish sauce, sugar, soy sauce, salt, seasonings, MSG, black pepper, annatto powder, sodium benzoate, potassium soda. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in this. Holy crap. This one must be really good. It looks good. It kind of looks like some ground up pork or something with some sauce on it. Don't really know. We're gonna find out. But here we have it. This is what it looks like. It looks okay. It doesn't look exactly like the package. They definitely did some editing, some photo editing there. And you have more rice than you have the meat. So it smells really good. It smells like some sort of taco meat, to be honest. Now, I think the other problem is that the area I'm staying in, even though it's Makati, it's right on the edge of Makati, so it's so local that you really only have small little places that you kind of have to know about. And that's the problem. There's not like well-known restaurants and stuff like that in this area. There's just a few eateries that we can say that have some sort of, I don't know, fame to them or popularity, because that's what it says in Google Maps. But then again, you can't really trust Google Maps, I guess, here, because I think the pandemic hurt a lot of places. So a lot of places on Google Maps actually, they're not even there when you go by there anymore, because they probably went out of business and a new place opened up. So Google Maps is a little bit inaccurate when looking for certain places or trying to find a place to eat. You kind of have to just find it from the road yourself. All right, hopefully it cooled down a little bit. We're gonna dig into this basic meal here. How much did this cost? Giniling, 37 pesos. Pretty good, not bad at all. Here we go. Wow, pretty good. Has a spicy taste to it. Oh shit, holy. Wow, this definitely reminds me of some sort of Spanish dish. Whatever the meat, the spices and stuff that I just read, that's really good. It literally just absorbed right into the rice after I mixed it up. And so now the rice has all that flavor rather than eating a little bit by a little bit. Not so bad. This is what the rain is doing to me, making me eat 7-Eleven. On the other hand, I can't complain either because it's relatively affordable. I'm saving some money over these past couple days of not really doing anything, just getting a lot of editing work done on the computer and whatnot, but I do want to get out there and explore. It's just that with this rain, it's so difficult. And at nighttime, I definitely don't want to really bring the camera around to areas I'm not familiar with, just in case. I mean, last thing I want is something bad to happen. And not saying that it's going to happen, but you never know. You have to be cautious. I was really hoping to be here with my GoPro because I could go out in the rain with the GoPro. It's totally fine, but not this time. I will say, one thing I need to do is I need to get an umbrella because I do not have one. And so being out in the rain is a little bit risky. Like, I did just go to the 7-Eleven. It's lightly sprinkling, and you can kind of walk along the building to try to avoid some of the rain. But when it's that heavy downpour, you do not want to be out there anywhere. Even with an umbrella, you get super wet. So have to avoid that. And definitely don't want to be out there when it's thundering and lightning because I'll tell you what, earlier that storm, it was intense. Giniling, if that's how you say it, I do like this. I think it's a little bit better than that Sisig. Maybe it's just because the Sisig tastes really fatty to me, but they're both good. Well, that's that, guys. Maybe I'll go to 7-Eleven again soon in the next day or so, add to this video. Maybe this is the end of it. I don't know. I hope to see you again from another place here in the Philippines. Let's just hope Mother Nature is a little forgiving, a little easy, and will let us do some things in the next few days. Alright guys, I've decided. Let's just do one more thing from 7-Eleven. Another busog meal. Check it out. The ham and cheese omelette. I just heated it up here. This is a pretty basic one, but I think it's gonna taste pretty good. Whoa, it says ham, mechanically separated chicken meat, beef, water, sugar, carrageenan, skim milk, ham mix, isolated soy protein, starch, iodized salt. Okay, interesting. And the cheese. Oh, okay. Well, let's open this bad boy up. So I believe this meal here was something like, what was it, 39 pesos? Pesos or something? Something like that. Under 40 pesos, so let's just call it that. Well, I won't lie to you guys. This looks like a very funny meal. It smells good, looks kind of good, but also, I don't know, maybe it won't be. It looks very, very basic. It's a ham and cheese omelet on a bed of rice. But also, I do believe they gave me some ketchup. So maybe we put ketchup on it because ketchup does go on eggs. But on rice, maybe some of you would say no. But we're gonna do it. So let's open this bad boy up and let's just drop some ketchup in here. Just like this. Be better with some spicy sauce though, I can tell you that. But I guess they don't have spicy sauce. There it is, diced ham. I just opened it up. That cheese is melted really well, so that's what we want. Now, I don't have a knife, so this is kind of weird. Well, here we have it. It's all mixed up. Smells pretty good with the ketchup mixed in there. It just needs some pepper, that's all it needs. All right, breakfast for dinner. That's what this is. Wow, it's steaming so much. Ketchup is powerful, I'll tell you that, and so is that cheese. Interesting though. Ketchup is a little bit watery actually. I can taste it. It's not as tomatoey. It's more watery kind of tasting. Maybe that's something else I'm tasting. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but here's the egg. Let's see how that egg tastes. Wow. Chewy. Really chewy, wow. It's definitely a microwaved egg. or however they made it. I don't know. I microwaved it, but it tastes a little strange. Not gonna lie. In the ham, it's ham, that's for sure, but not that salty. Usually ham is pretty salty, unless this is like some unsalted version, but this is super, super basic as well. I don't know. Eating that every day would be kind of weird, but can't really judge because I'm sure there's people here eating this every single day because it is cheap and a very cheap meal. But you know what? I thought at first that the portion of these were decent, but they're kind of small, I think. It's more for a teenager or something. I would probably need to eat a bigger one or two of them, like I am now. But I don't know. It's okay. It's nothing special. It's not as good as that last one that I had, the Giniling or the Giniling. That one tasted pretty good. But yeah, you know what? That's it. No more. I don't want any more 7-Eleven. That's just my quick review of 7-Eleven since it's been raining and I haven't really been able to get out and do much after the first couple days of exploring and making a few videos. So hopefully the weather turns around for the weekend here coming soon and I can get out, do some stuff, maybe try some street food, go to some different areas. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. I'm here for like another week and a half, so we'll see. That's it. No more 7-Eleven. Finished. Done. Vlog is over.